That was Jesus Christ Pose from Soundgarden, and we're here right now with Chris and Kim of the band Soundgarden. Now, I like the record a lot. I've been listening to it a real lot. And it seems to me that a lot of maybe radio stations, a lot of people have been playing the song Outshined a lot.
Yeah, it seems like they have.
Is it possible that that's going to be a new single and video?
We're going to do a video for that today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Give us some, like, kind of hints, because I know we're going to have it on the Headbangers Ball. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about what it's going to be like before we see it.
Yeah, all I can really say is that I have no idea.
Because you don't have,
as specific as I can get.
You don't go into it with a certain idea of how you want to do it?
Yeah, we always do, and then it never comes out that way. So, you know, we'll come back and let you know.
That's a question. This might be a dumb question, but it's going to be the first time I ask one. Slaves and Bulldozers is my favorite song on the record. And are you doing all the vocals in that? Because there's one part where, if it is your voice, it sounds real low and it sounds like somebody else.
Me?
Oh.
The trick.
Very, very cool song. Which songs to you guys stand out on the album?
Slaves and Bulldozers stands out quite a bit.
Very powerful, grooving, hard song.
Yeah, a lot of people seem to like that one.
I always think of our albums more in terms of albums as opposed to like picking out songs. It always seems like what we shoot for is an hour of music as opposed to a couple of lead tracks and then a B-side, you know.
Kind of thing you just put on and listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 12 singles on one disc.
Harry, it's a greatest hits album all in one.
It's the heavy metal white album.
Now, it's definitely a powerful album. I mean, you guys play with a lot of emotion. How could you say this differed from the last Soundgarden record?
Oh, the last record was the alternative college rock one.
See, that's what people are saying. People are saying, oh, Soundgarden's an alternative band, and Soundgarden's this. And with this, you guys, I've heard that. I try not to label bands at all, but you can't help but hear them sometimes. But this is definitely a rock and roll record.
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah.
And you guys are going to be going on the road pretty soon with this, right?
We sure are.
Talk about that a little bit later when we return with Soundgarden. But right now, it's time for Skull Crusher number 3, Motley Crue doing an old Pistols classic, Anarchy in the UK. Back with Chris and Kim from the band Soundgarden on the Headbangers Ball. And look, People magazine. Not only will you find out about Chris Effort's baby, but you will also see a Soundgarden review, read about a Soundgarden review. And they even give you guys a good review. Now, with this album, I mean, obviously the album's doing good.
Yeah,
so you guys are getting a much larger Soundgarden fan base.
Yeah, we're getting a larger audience.
Did I say lard?
All our fans were skinny, but now we got this, you know, these big guys coming to the shows and girls.
That's right. So it's not just more fans at the show, just they're much larger.
Fatter,
so it just looks like they take up more space.
It's a larger audience.
Well, how it works is you have a delicious shake for breakfast, another one for lunch, and then you go see a Soundgarden show, and then have a sensible dinner.
And that's what it is. But the Soundgarden, it burns calories, though.
We do. We do.
Now, in order for you to get...
we tend to feed the fans.
And then they stick their bad motor finger down their
lunch
throat.
for everyone.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Go to Soundgarden, get a free lunch.
Right.
So, when bands usually have a new record and they try to get in front of bigger audiences, they go out on the road, and you guys are going out on the road with a band that will put you in front of a very large audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Julio Iglesias.
Yeah. The Pope. No, Guns N' Roses actually. Pretty much the biggest rock tour to go out on. So, you know, that ought to do the trick as far as playing in front of a larger audience.
So you're pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Now, are there going to be any club dates you're going to be doing before that, or is the next show is going to be the Guns N' Roses show?
The next shows we do will be. We just did a few club dates, but we were
Club Cowpasture.
yeah.
Now, are you seeing a big cross section of Soundgarden fans now, like the old time Soundgarden fans? And can you say, oh, these people are obviously just gotten into the band because of Bad Motor Finger?
I hate to say it, but yeah, you can.
You can?
Oh no. All the new Soundgarden fans are covered in invisible ink. They look like the old Soundgarden fans.
Oh, that's how it works. Well, thanks again for stopping by. Look for them, obviously, when they play with Guns N' Roses. I recommend this album. Go check it out. Thanks again for stopping by.
This is for you, by the way.
I got my Soundgarden candle, and to light my Soundgarden candle...
He's got his Bad Motor Finger lighter.
It's Bad Motor Finger lighter.
It's supposed to be a spark plug. By the way, it's attracted to children to prevent burns, keep out of reach of children. It's
Keep it away from children.
Made in Korea.
It's made in Korea.
They're going to have to take... Isn't everything? They're going to have to take it away from me now.
Reebok
Anyway,
star.
right now, here's a debut from Kick's Same Jane is the song, and they're on a headlining club tour through December. Headbangers Ball is on location at Foundations Forum 91 in one of the hallways, and right now we're here with Soundgarden and a new member of Soundgarden. Chris,
Yes,
maybe
sir.
you could tell us how you step in front of us. Meet the new member of Soundgarden.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ben Shepherd, the new member of Soundgarden, bass player extraordinaire, tallest member of the band,
Skinniest.
and the skinniest.
And how did you find Ben?
Well, he was like a friend of ours who sort of grew up in the Seattle scene with us and was like a fan of our band, and friend of Kim's, actually. Yeah. And so he was just kind of there. And when we needed a new bass player, we auditioned him at the same time as we auditioned a lot of other people. And we actually chose a different bass player at first, but eventually we realized the error of our ways and his magnificence, and changed our minds.
Here at Foundations Forum 91, I'm Ricky Rackman. This is the Headbangers Ball, and these guys are Soundgarden. That's the new bass player, Ben. And heard rumors, something that I'm crossing my fingers for. I hear about a possible tour with you guys and...
Guns N' Roses.
Yes,
So this is happening.
seems to be.
It's got to be pretty exciting for you. I mean, pretty big band, and getting you guys out in front of even a bigger market.
Definitely.
I mean,
Yeah.
now you guys started off with kind of an alternative bass, right? People that were listening to you, and now it's crossing over into the rock and roll audience. Is that right?
That's true, actually. But even from early on, I think we had what you might call alternative hard rock fans. You know, there's certainly no mainstream band by any stretch. You know, we don't have.
We have had mainstream fans, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like a tour with like Guns N' Roses, it wouldn't really. It would be a good tour, whether it was arenas or not, just because you're dealing with a band that has a metal a metal following, but isn't heavy metal, and appeals to more than just like one genre of music. And there isn't really too many bands out there like that. We've always had sort of a problem with tour packages because we're not an easy band to like put with another band.
Now, I think you did a little bit of acting recently for this movie, Singles. Aren't you in that movie?
I did some cameos in it. It doesn't really involve much acting, I just sort of be myself.
Okay.
So-
Now, tell us a little bit about the video, which we're about to debut here.
Well, we crucify meat and women and plants and
A salad.
birds and rocks and things.
Crucify a salad.
Now, that's
Yes.
drawing the line. I'm sorry. When you're innocent vegetables, I don't know. That's kind of a little
No,
bit too
no, you-
much.
We knew we'd offend somebody.
You see,
I was the one that you offended with the vegetables.
we're glorifying the vegetables by like putting them, on the cross like a deity. It's like a religion of vegetables now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at the brand new video from them. This is a debut. This is Jesus Christ Pose from Soundgarden.
Don't be scared.
Headbangers Balls at Foundations Forum 91, and I'm here with the guys from Soundgarden. And we were talking a little bit earlier about playing with bands like Guns N' Roses, who you're about to go out on the road with. And you're also going to be playing Down the Green, which really puts you in front of a pretty big audience.
Yeah, it's like football stadium size audience, almost.
And the bands on that are Metallica
Queensryche and Faith No More.
And the Pope.
and the Pope. The
Yeah.
Pope does does the Pope the MC? He does like little stand-up before
Well,
each band.
he does like this performance art thing where he comes out and then this guy shoots him with a paint gun, and it's really dramatic, but like they love it in South America, and they're going to try it up here. I think it'll work.
Now, what do you think? A lot of bands seem to want Soundgarden to play with them. I mean, it's got to be, especially like Guns N' Roses want Soundgarden, and now this big show comes up around, and they're saying, oh yeah, we want Soundgarden on the show too.
Yeah, well, like the Guns N' Roses thing is unusual because usually bands of that caliber, that play in front of that large of an audience won't take out a band unless it's like a platinum or multi-platinum act because, it's a big room you have to fill. And so it was like a big tip of the hat to us because we're not, we're still relatively modest as far as record sales go. And it seems, it's flattering, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Great. So they're kind of going for the quality music rather than how much records the last album sold.
Yeah, well, I think a band in their position, as well as like a lot of other bands that we've been playing with recently, they're in the situation where they've pretty much carved out their own niche, and they can take any band they want, So I'm just glad we're a band that people want to tour with.
Thanks a lot. We'll be back at Foundations Forum 91 as the Headbangers Ball continues.